Hi, I'm Diane Kometa, and today on Dishin' with Di, I'm making Cheese Steak Stromboli, the perfect fast food meal at home, or you can make it as an appetizer. Either way, it's super easy because there's no dough making involved. So let me show you what you need and we'll get started. You need some minute steaks, an onion that's been chopped, some American cheese, some butter, an egg that's been lightly whisked, and a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. You're also going to need some salt, pepper, and olive oil, and this. This is the croissant seamless dough sheet. This is what makes everything so simple and easy, and this is the key ingredient. So right now I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees and I have a pan on the stove on medium heat. So I'm going to go over there and get everything started. The first thing we're going to do is take the butter and some olive oil and put that into the pan. And now you're going to add in your onions. Now make sure you add in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And you're just gonna cook this until the onions become soft. You don't want them to brown, you just want them to soften and become translucent. Okay, the onions are done, and now I'm gonna take these and put these into a bowl. And now in the same pan, you're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil in and your steaks. Now you're going to take the steaks and you're going to shred them with your spatula. You want 2 spatulas or you want a fork. So just take them and shred them up, and do this quickly because you don't want the meat to overcook. I've had many Philly cheesesteaks in my life, and the most important thing about them is that the meat isn't stringy. So you want to make sure you do this for a couple reasons, obviously, so that it tastes better. But if you're going to use this as an appetizer, you don't want somebody to be eating it and then have half in their mouth and half still in, what's in their hand. So just chop it up nice and fine. Okay, so there you go. That's what you want it to look like, all nice and shredded up. And I took the pan and I drained it a little bit because there was a lot of liquid that accumulated in there, and you don't want that because that'll make the dough get soggy. So now we're going to take the onions and we're going to put those back in. And this is pretty much done cooking, so I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm just going to mix this through. All right, now we're going to take the dough sheet and we're going to spread that out on our parchment paper. Now, if you can't find these dough sheets, this is really just the croissant rolls without the preparations. So before I discovered this stuff, that's what I was using. I was using the croissant rolls and I would spread it out, and wherever the little preparations were, it's like little triangles, I would just pinch those together. All right, now take the meat, just spread that out so that it's about 3 inches wide. Okay, now if you want to, you could just season the meat a little bit with some salt and pepper. Totally up to you. And then we're going to add some cheese on this. Now, American cheese is what I recommend. I've had Philly cheesesteaks, lots of them. I'm a Philly girl, and well, I live in Jersey, but I'm from Philly. Anyway, I've had them with provolone cheese, mozzarella cheese, all kinds of cheeses, and I'll have to tell you that the cheese that you want on there is American cheese. What you're going to do is take each side and you're just going to pull it together in the center like this, and just pinch it over. And don't worry if it separates or something like that. You can just patch it. It's very forgiving. Okay, and now with the ends, just kind of pinch them closed. I had about 3 of those minute steaks, and those minute steaks, you can get those in the freezer section at your supermarket, or just go to the meat department if you can't find them and ask the guy behind the counter, and he might be able to either direct you or slice some up for you. Just let him know what you're using them for. So now, last thing, I'm going to take this lightly beaten egg and I'm gonna brush this over top. And what this is gonna do is make it really nice and shiny and brown and just beautiful. And it actually helps it to kind of be like a little more firm on the top too. So just brush it all over. Okay, now I'm going to take this and put this into my 375-degree oven for about 18 to 22 minutes or until it's nice and golden. And I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Now it's done and beautiful, and you probably noticed I have like a wardrobe change here. We're actually running out to a party after this and we're kind of running late, so I got changed real quick. But I just want to show you how beautiful this is. Now, this is, like I said before, perfect for your fast food night, but it makes an excellent appetizer. So let me just give this a nice slice right down the center. Look at it, it's nice and crisp on the top. And look at that cheese in there. Let's get my plate here. Look how beautiful. See the onions and the cheese? Okay, now I meant to tell you, you have to have ketchup with this. Now, I think it's cool enough. I don't want to repeat another pasta vazul incident if you saw that episode. So I made sure I let it cool a little bit. So let's give it a little taste. Philly cheesesteak, all the way. So delicious. I'm telling you, if you ever had a Philly cheesesteak before, this is it. And what you do if you want to take this to a party or something like that, the last time I made it, that's exactly what I did. I cooked it at home, wrapped it in foil, took it to the party. I sliced it up first in slices like this, put it on a baking sheet, put it in their oven, laid it out with some ketchup, and it was served that way. So it's super simple for an appetizer. So try this at your next party. Try this for your next fast food night at home. The recipe is on my website, dishinwithdi.com, and please subscribe. I'd love to have you, and look for more great stuff like this. I'm going to be making more appetizers and comfort foods coming up. So I'll see you next time, and I hope I made your life a little easier, more enjoyable, and delicious. Oh, one thing I want to show you real quick. Wait, my girlfriend made this for me. Is this adorable or what? I was going to put it on, but I actually didn't even want to dirty it. So it's so cute, Dishin with Di, and thanks, Chris. Love you. Bye-bye now.